Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Arrakis. So, if you recall in our previous video, let's bring up the map. So we went exploring and completed a contract where we traveled up through the Western Vermilius Gap and into Jabal Efred Algarb. Still not sure if I'm saying that correctly. And then kind of up into around the eastern shield wall area. Went to Helios Gate and planted some evidence. So today, if we go over to Journey, we have another contract from the Harkonnens. So we need to travel to Pinnacle Station, where we've already been, and we need to speak to the disgraced Atreides soldier Glus Bohannon. So that is what we're going to do today. We also have another part, and once we finish that, it shouldn't take us too long, I don't think. Especially now, since we should be able to fast travel. I should have enough money to fast travel to Pinnacle Station from the Anvil, and then we are going to actually head into a new region, the Hagga Rift, and we have something I want to get done there before we continue. With that being said, since we have a lot to cover today, I almost forgot. So this space down here was getting a bit cramped, and the more consoles you get, fabricators and such, the more power you need. So I expanded the base a little bit. The floor looks a little different because I used the wrong build set. I corrected it on the walls, but I didn't feel like moving everything, or I didn't have time to move everything, so I'll get that corrected one day. But for now, it doesn't matter. So this is a little addition that we can put some more stuff in. Alright, so we need some water. And let's make sure. Alright, so let's get some of that. So, fill containers. Okay, cool. How much water do we have? So we're pretty good. Do we have anything we can deposit? No? Okay. Next thing I need to do is make sure I have a fuel cell, and I do. Let's check the bike. So 52, 52, 52. We're gonna be doing a little bit of traveling today. So do I have some wire on me? I do. So let's go ahead. I need to put that somewhere. I think I may have picked that up. I don't know if that's the original or if I picked it up. 5. And repair. That doesn't need any. So it's mostly the treads. So let's get these treads taken care of, and we'll head on out. Anything else? That's good. That can do a little bit. The engine. Anything else? Everything else is pretty good. There. Okay. 5. And let's go ahead and get our backup tool. Okay, we got some launch survey probes. We're going to need those. Where's the backup tool? There it is. Okay. Let's head on over to Pinnacle Station. So, while we are driving over there, there was a major update to the game recently. I know it's been kind of controversial from what I've read. I know if you look in the Discord, it's super controversial. It's the end of the world. But I think the biggest change that has an impact on me as it stands in Hagga Basin in PvE content is the change to sword combat. Some like graphical artifacts. I don't know what's going on there. I've never seen that before. Anyway, the sword combat. So the sword combat, they've made some changes to, most noticeably, to me anyway, they've made some changes. Whoa. What is going on here? Whoa, some rubber banding. At least that didn't happen out on the sand. Is the changes to the parry system. So previously, if you parry, it's pretty much an insta-kill. You can get up to them, but they've changed it, so you kind of get knocked back a little bit if you're using a sword. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried any fights with daggers, so I'm not sure if that change affects daggers as well, but you kind of get knocked back, and then by the time you move in for the kill, they have enough to stamina to kind of get away from you. But I've found through playing around a little bit that hold on, let me just gather my thoughts here. What am I trying to say? So it's pretty much made the parry a two-hit thing now, which I guess makes sense because, you know, it was a little too easy, maybe, but...
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my... The basin is a pretty big place. Most folks try to stay clear of slaver gangs. Let's try to avoid any pot shots from the local...
Alright, whatever. Let's go. Anyway, so I played around with a little bit. It just takes some getting used to. I think it's not really problematic if you're facing off against one, but two or more, I think it could cause some trouble. Something that'll require a bit more adjustment. Alright, so let's see if we can find Mr. Galoose. Is that him? Let's see.
Ah,
yep.
Finally a respectable client. You'd not believe the ragged dogs we get in here. Although you would benefit from a cleaning. Now, you're here for some training, are you?
Let's see. I have some delicate questions to
I can
ask.
already tell I'm going to regret this. What questions?
So we want to be sneaky. This is a kind of a... We don't want to be blunt. So I think you are kicked out as for cowardice, right? So I'm compiling a list of soldiers wrongfully accused of cowardice. Since this is espionage, I think, you know, let's try that.
Wrongfully? Alright. You've got another 30 seconds of my interest. You want names, I take it. To what end?
I'm looking to gather evidence to clear those names.
Don't know if I buy that, but let's take a chance. I guess you know my story. You want other names. There's Syl Gorman, Ellen Tipley, Lucia Velasquez, and John Priestley. None of them deserved it. The War of Assassins got everything twisted. Also Anton Tolliver. Though he was cleared and landed an intelligence officer gig. A promotion to some, but for poor Anton, that's like purgatory.
Thank you for the intel.
Wait, was it Anton who sent you?
Yes.
At least he's trying to put that espionage nonsense to good use. Well, I said what I said for whatever good it'll do. That's what I know. I think we're done here.
Goodbye. Alright. So we completed interrogating Galoose Bahanin. Now let's head on back to the anvil.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Where do you want... The basin is a pretty big place. I never... Let's move before a storm rolls in.
Okie dokie. So next on our agenda is turning in this quest, and then we are going to head to the Hagga Rift. Okay.
Still alive? Well done. It's a good look on you.
Gloos Bohannon had this to say, with the right persuasion.
Oh, this delights me greatly. Someone who is adept at both combat and persuasion is ready for greater things.
I'm ready to take my place in your organization to the next level.
Yes, I see opportunity in you. However, others in my house think you're too chummy with Anton Tolliver. Understand, I trust you, but they do not.
Ridiculous. I'm using that injured idealist. Seems I fooled everyone.
I desire for our fortunes to rise together. There is a solution to our dilemma. You must blackmail poor, simple Anton. Easy pickings.
Okay, so commit to partnership.
Excellent. Now, let's make Anton squirm.
How should I go about that?
Anton's honor is an exposed nerve. Help me forge a document proving his cowardice. I spared no expense getting hold of an official Atreides seal. I also had a local pickpocket filch his military ID. I hired the best forger around. The document is impeccable. However, my grand plans hit a snag.
Snag?
The Kirab hired to deliver the document bumped up the price. Vermin. Get the document. Show them the folly of renegotiation.
Okay, so test of treachery. No one is as virtuous as Tolliver thinks he is. We just needed the seed of truth to build a very credible lie. I've hired one of the best forgers I know to craft something that will tarnish Tolliver's reputation. Unfortunately, my Karab associates have decided they want more compensation than we agreed to. Let's just seize our masterpiece and cut them out of the deal. Terminally. Alright, I'll do it.
Here is the contract. Bring me back some fabricated evidence. The juicier, the better. I could use an entertaining read.
Alright. So that'll be our next quest in the Harkonnen questline. However, before we do that, there is something I want to do. So, if we bring up the map, I have a lot of skill points. Is there any kind of ignore, use the voice of force to force your target to ignore you? That may be useful. Let's go ahead and learn that. That seems pretty cool. Anyway, so let's bring up the map. So over here in the Hagga Rift, there is a base, a Harkonnen base, and at that base is the skills, the Mentat trainer. And what I want from Mentat training is this right here, the Sentinel. I think that'll, since we're kind of, we got light armor, we're Bene Gesserit, and we, not the most, I guess, the strongest is what I'm trying to say. I think we could benefit from that. I think it'll, especially with these changes that are being made, if we could throw a turret down to kind of help us out, we can focus on defeating any enemies who are, running up on us with swords or daggers. So, but before we can learn that, we need to speak to the Mentat trainer. So let's bring our vehicle, 5 vehicle out. And let's head over to the Hagga Rift. So it's pretty close by, so I'm just going to keep you guys with me. And first thing we're going to do when we get there is find us a nice high spot and survey the region. Alright, let's check for drum sand. So we're pretty much missing it completely. So one thing about the Hagga Rift, there is a lot of, we should be seeing a node. Usually there's one right here. Yep, I think I see it. Hagga Rift. So we have, let me got off real quick. I believe it's carbon, but can't do it. So we'll have to, if we want, this is how you move into the steel tier, so we'll have to upgrade our cut array, but not quite ready for that yet. Alright, so over here looks like a pretty good place. I think we can scan it from up here, so let's find a place to park our bike. I don't know if there's anywhere that's sheltered. Let me see, maybe if I can kind of, let's see, does this count? No, unsheltered, so we'll just take it with us. Just in case a sandstorm comes along. Alright, so let's, of course it's in the daytime, so we're going to be burning up. Okay, so I think kind of coming around here is going to be our best bet. I hope there is some shade up there. Oh, no combat zone. Well, that's not very helpful. I think we can just kind of... Okay, let's kind of hide. See if we can hide in the shade. Riftwatch is where we're headed to next. Maybe we can kind of float down to it. So we can use our sugar wire again. Oh, there's some, looks like some people have been up here. Let's go ahead and get our survey probe. Let's see if we can get it from here. Okay, sweet. Okay. Alright, so this is Riftwatch, and if I remember correctly, the trainer should be right on the other side of this main building. Yep, there she is. So let's see what she has to say.
You seem fit enough, but don't take that as a compliment. My standards are low. Care to train in the ways of the Mentat?
I want to train.
Before I can teach you, I must know that you are capable. I have tasks for you that are exceedingly simple, yet necessary.
Alright, so if you want to learn the craft of the assassin, you will need to start with the basics. We will begin with poisons. Bring me some plant fibers and iron ore. I'll combine these with some of my own materials to create a lethal toxin. Once that is done, you will practice administering it. There are Karab camps near Mirzabah that will serve that purpose. No one is going to miss those bandits. Okay, I accept the contract. Okay, so let's bring our journal open. And Mentat basics and traps. So we need to gather 40 iron ore and 100 plant fiber. I don't think I have. I almost have the plant fiber. And of course I do not have the iron ore. So we need to head back over to the Vermilius Gap and get some iron ore. So let me get out of the zone change so I can actually bring my vehicle back out. Okay. So I am gonna head over there and gather the iron and the plant fiber, and I will bring you guys back as soon as I get back to the Mentat trainer. Okay, I'll see you very soon. Alright y'all, welcome back. So I gathered the materials. Honestly, it didn't take me very long at all. There was some plant fiber kind of beyond that ridge there, and then I had to cross just over into the Vermilius Gap and was able to get the 40 iron ore right away as well. So that worked out pretty good. So let's go ahead and turn this quest in.
Back again.
Okay, so let's deliver the fiber and deliver the iron ore.
Here, you know what to do next.
Okay, so she made the poison and now we need to go administer it to some Karab bandits. So let's bring up the map. And so here is the base. So we have to head back over almost to the large rock island where our base is and administer the plant the poison. Okay, so I'm gonna head over there, and as soon as I get close I will bring you back. Okay, I'll see you guys shortly. Alright y'all, welcome back. So here we are, and I'm sure you guys remember this place. I know I sure do, from that one of the previous episodes where I had a rough time of it. So this is the camp you need to plant the poison in. So let's get our shields up, our shotgun out. Ooh. Oh, on our survey probes, like we only have one bullet. Oh, lordy. So that's what I mean by the changes to parry. So this is my first time facing two. Okay. Ooh, so I guess 2 isn't an automatic. Okay, let's get this guy and then let's get us some blood. So that is interesting. I was thinking, let me reset this to favorites. So I was thinking that, when I was playing with it earlier, pretty much every time I went, I parried twice, the next one would allow me to get a kill shot in. But Apparently that's not the case either. I read some incorrect information online and experienced some as well. Alright, let's head on in. Probably need our shotgun again. Okay, so there's a heavy gunner. So let's see if we can get in here. That person. Okay, so that worked out pretty good. Okay, that time it worked. Okay. Let's get some blood. If you see, we're very close. Take the health, and I will also take this and this. Why not? Why not? So let's get the purple band. Take our shield off so we're not wasting our battery. Did I hear humming? Anyway, so interact here, and there you go. Completed. Plant the poison. While I'm here, I'm gonna go see. So next we need to report back, but before I do that, I am gonna come up here. Ooh. A heal kit. I'm gonna see the shredder again, so we'll take the money. I'll take that. I haven't really gotten any Oathbreaker. It's kind of disappointing. On my single player save, I always get the boots. I think I have the pants and the like 3 or 4 pairs of the boots. The RNG gods are not looking favorably upon me with the Oathbreaker set. But I think it takes like what, an hour maybe to respawn, and I guess I need to just log in every day. Even if I don't have time to play for a while, and just ride over here, check it. Alright, so I am gonna head back over to the trainer, and I will bring you guys back as soon as I get there. Okay, I'll see you shortly. Alright, y'all, welcome back. So here we are back at the Mentat trainer, so let's go ahead and turn the quest in.
Back again.
I have completed my task.
So you have. Let us finalize this transaction. And here I thought I was going to be the one cheating you on this deal. After all, you can't simply become a Mentat. Mentat training begins during infancy, and the subject is not told because it might inhibit them. Seems like somebody just forgot to finish yours. So we both profit in the end. Good for us.
Alright. Okay, so we are now a Mentat. Alright, so let's bring up training, and let's go ahead and get that cool sentinel gun. Sweet. Well, y'all, it is that time again. I think that will be all for this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you are enjoying this content, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Beyond that, I will see you guys back on Arrakis very soon. Take care, everyone. Peace out, y'all.